We are learning about a shift in the Earth's inner core. Scientists say our planet's solid core, which is actually disconnected from the rest of the Earth's layers, may actually have stopped rotating and could even reverse course. This is a new study. It was published Monday in the journal Nature Geoscience.
Well, at first it sounds like something from a Hollywood movie.
Right.
The script says, oh my God, the core of the Earth is spinning backwards. I mean, this is worse than having a tsunami or an earthquake. The stability of what you walk on is at stake. Now, this report comes not from Hollywood. It comes from reputable scientists at Beijing University. And sure enough, the core seems to be about to spin backwards. The bad news is that we know very little about the core of the Earth, very little about what's underneath our feet. The good news is probably there's nothing to worry about, in the sense that roughly every 70 years or so, we're not sure, the center of the Earth does seem to go backwards. But we need more data because this is new territory for us. The implications are potentially enormous. The whole nature of the stability of the planet itself, we know very little about what's underneath our feet.
Is there a possibility that this process, this 70-year process, could have some effects on the environment? And maybe some of the things that we are seeing in the environment aren't necessarily all man-made, but some of them could be impacted by a reversal of the inner core spinning.
That's the big question. Because now that we know that the core and the crust are slightly decoupled, the question is, so what? What does it mean? It could have an impact on global warming and also continental drift. The continents, of course, move because of motion inside the Earth, which is pushing the United States away from Europe. Synchronized with the crust of the Earth, because of this layer of liquid metal, it does mean it could have some contribution to continental drift.
Yes, and that, in effect, could have an impact on our weather and our climate, and changes that we can't necessarily anticipate, but we tend to get really, really mad at ourselves. And maybe there's a way of being better stewards of the Earth without being scolded every 5 minutes.
Right, and we know that the Earth is dynamic, like the North Pole, for example. The North Pole is moving. Believe it or not, every year you can actually calculate the rate at which the North Pole moves.
Yes.
And so, yes, the Earth is dynamic. We have to get rid of this idea that it's solid like the Earth.
Beneath the crust, below the mantle, and underneath the molten core is the hot, dense, solid inner core of our planet.
There's a very strong magnetic field down there. Pressure and gravity and the magnetic field that all have to balance. These mineral physics people need to explore what happens at a boundary between liquid iron and solid iron. There's a whole range of possibilities of things that might be happening.
Scientists at Peking University in China found that seismic waves from earthquakes showed the Earth's core rotating, but also slowing down, and that it stopped just over 10 years ago and appears to be picking up speed, rotating now in the other direction. The study's authors suggest the core rotation fits with the 60 to 70-year patterns on the Earth's surface, shifting sea levels, global mean temperatures.
Serious problems have begun inside the core. It could soon destroy our civilization. The results of recent studies of the Earth's core and the structures around it are alarming. The movement of liquid material in the core directly affects the rotation of the Earth, which in turn affects the oceanic and atmospheric circulation. It is clear from all the facts that the processes now taking place in the Earth's core are the cause of climate change. According to many researchers, such drastic global changes in the planet's core are caused by immense energies. The heart of our planet is already beating faster. This is causing catastrophic changes. It will soon become apparent to all inhabitants of the Earth. Another important evidence confirming that abnormal processes are taking place in the core. But you can't make the core pay taxes on gas emissions, while you can make people pay. But you can't make the core pay taxes on gas emissions, while you can make people pay.